Good morning. Welcome back to the Vitality Project. I'm Dr. Bob. Yesterday, we expanded on most conventional definitions of addiction, at least from a lay perspective, by including the entire arc of the addictive cycle, from initial cravings through intoxication, and then right into subsequent withdrawal. And we looked at all of this as representing active addiction. And when you understand it this way, you'll understand that for those who are addicted, there may be very few moments, really day in, day out, that you can count on them being anything other than actively addicted. Now, the technical term for this arc that I've just described is hypofrontality. And like a lot of big technical words, it makes a lot of sense if we break it down and doesn't make a lot of sense if we don't. If you break down hypofrontality into its roots, hypo simply means under. Think of like hypodermis, underneath the skin. So that's the hypo part. The frontality refers to our frontal lobes. We've talked about this in terms of the forebrain or the frontal cortex, which is in charge of most everything that makes us who we are in terms of our personality. So it's in charge of decision-making, judgment about the long-term consequences of current behaviors, certainly our sense of right and wrong, our ability to communicate to one another, our ability to care, our capacity for compassion. Most everything that makes you who you are is a function of the forebrain. So it is that in active addiction or hypofrontality, the front part of the brain is gone under, literally. Hypofrontality, it's gone under, and it's gone under to the midbrain. And the midbrain is where the survival center of the brain is located. We've discussed this. That part of our brain in active addiction is hijacked. It's actually hijacked into believing that we need the high of our substance or our behavior, our addictive behavior, more than we need essential things for survival like food and water and relationship and our jobs. We literally lose our minds in active addiction. And the cost is great because we lose our essential birthright to be who it is we are as caring and intelligent human beings in active addiction. You can see why in recent podcasts I've been referring to, I don't hesitate to refer to addiction as the devil. Now, the trick in recovery, especially in its initial phase, is to leverage whatever still small voice there might be that remains inside the active addict in order to regain forebrain, this whole personality functioning. And even though medical science has a hard time explaining this, even in active addiction, where hypofrontality is the order of the day, most individuals I speak to can say, even in active addiction, that there's some part of them that's saying to themselves, don't do this time. You need to stop. Please don't do this. Most people will acknowledge once they take the first drink, the first snort, the first shot of whatever substance they're taking into their bodies, soon enough that still small voice quiets, but it's always there. You know, I forgot to mention something earlier, and that is this, is that the forebrain is also the site of our spiritual selves. I'd like to go more into this tomorrow, and really in the context of talking about what an incredible miracle recovery is when you stop and think about it from a scientific perspective. There's no good reason why any of us would ever recover from active addiction, particularly to the severe addictions that we see with the various substances that have such a radical impact on the brain. And I'd like to talk more about this tomorrow in the context of spirituality. I hope you'll come back and join me. I hope you have a wonderful day.